let's look at another question from genetics. Okay, so now Mr. Verma with a genetic disease marries a woman without it. Okay, they have 3 sons and 3 daughters. 2 of the daughters have their father's disease, but no son is affected. Okay, so clearly you can see a father to daughter inheritance pattern. Okay, what is the chance that his grandson from the unaffected daughter married to a disease-free man will have a disease? So my first tip to you for questions like this, which is a lot of words but deals with a genetic disorder, draw a pedigree chart. Mr. Verma, deceased, marries normal female, has 3 sons, 3 daughters, 2 of them diseased. Unaffected daughter marries a normal man. What are the chances that their son may or may not get the disease? We don't know this. So this is our question point. Correct? So to be able to understand this, you have to figure out whether the disease is recessive, dominant, X-linked, autosomal, what. Okay? Now, from this pedigree itself, it's impossible to say whether it's recessive or dominant. Why? Because the parent is diseased, the daughters have disease. Correct? So because there is a father-daughter inheritance pattern, so we see a crisscross inheritance pattern. Therefore, what we are going to do is we are going to go and take a guess that it is an X-linked disorder. Okay. So if it is an X-linked disorder, then the father's genotype would be X-Y, and the mother can either be normal or be recessive. Okay. Okay. Now, if she is normal, if the mother does not have the disease, then even though this daughter gets 1 X dashed from the father, they will need another contribution from the mother, right? So unless and until the mother is a carrier, she can't have, the daughters cannot have the disease, right? If the mother is a carrier, then all of these cases are possible. Okay, let's do crosses. If I consider it to be X-linked recessive, then for this couple, so normal XX, no disease female with a diseased male, they will have no disease in their kids. है ना? No disease. That is not the case. Correct? So I know that it's either this, right? If I consider it to be X-linked recessive. Now it can also be X-linked dominant. So what if it is dominant? Then if it is dominant, the father is X dashed Y, and the mother for sure is XX. In that case, their daughters will always have the disease. There is no way their daughters will not have the disease. So this individual is not possible. Am I right? Their daughters will always have the disease. Therefore, I can very easily say that it is an X-linked recessive disorder and not an X-linked dominant disorder, because all daughters are diseased in this case. I hope this much is clear. तो अब फिर अगर ये X-linked recessive है और ये carrier है, then the genotypes would look something like this. Now this lady is a carrier and this man is disease free, he is normal, and because it is a hemizygous condition, normal मतलब इसके पास एक भी problematic allele नहीं है. So now in that case, it will be a cross between X and Y and X dashed and X. So there is a 50% chance that the boys that are born to them will have the disease, and they have a 25% chance that any kid that is a boy born to them will have a disease. Okay, so the chance of this particular boy having the disease is 50%. Why? Because there's a 50% chance of having boys. Out of 2 boys, 1 boy can get the disease. So what is the chance? The chance would be 50% to get the disease, right? When you are solving pedigree, try to look for these markers. तो अगर पेरेंट्स में डिजीज नहीं है, बच्चे को डिजीज है, तो वो हो गया रेसेसिव मार्कर, करेक्ट? तो वो पेडिग्री हमेशा रेसेसिव होगी. सेक्स बायस, अगर किसी भी पेडिग्री में एक डिजीज किसी भी एक पर्टिकुलर सेक्स को ज्यादा इफेक्ट करती है, स्पेशली द मेल सेक्स, इट कैन बी एन एक्स लिंक्ड डिसऑर्डर. क्यों? क्योंकि एक्स लिंक्ड डिसऑर्डर्स मेल्स में ज्यादा होते हैं. व्हाई? बिकॉज दे हैव ओनली वन कॉपी ऑफ एक्स. इफ दैट इज फॉल्टी, they'll have the disease. Hemizygous condition, right? हमने ये डिस्कस किया था. Pseudo dominance मतलब एक ही X है तो वो dominant के जैसे behave करता है, while it has nobody to dominate over, so it's pseudo dominance. Then you can look for characters like skip of generations or crisscross inheritance. Both of them show X-linked disorders, right? Sometimes pedigrees can be ambiguous. जैसे इस pedigree में हमारे पास ये वाली this second generation 6th individual. This individual clearly states or clearly makes this obsolete. Dominant disease हो ही नहीं सकता, इसको recessive disease ही होना है, नहीं तो इसमें disease आ जाती, correct? So such individuals are marker individuals that tell you the exact inheritance pattern of the disease, which in any other form would not have justified the existence of that organism or of that person. ठीक है? So पेडिग्री जब भी हम सॉल्व करेंगे, वी विल ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट फास्ट बाय लुकिंग एट दीज मार्कर्स. फर्स्टली वी विल लुक एट दीज मार्कर्स, ये हमारा पहला काम है, एंड देन हम उन पे ऑब्वियसली जीनोटाइप्स असाइन करेंगे और फिर चेक करेंगे. ठीक है? आई होप दिस मच वाज क्लियर. वी विल कीप डूइंग क्वेश्चंस, सो कीप फॉलोइंग द चैनल. थैंक यू.